Welcome back, everybody, to another Liz and Marty show.
Woohoo!
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's our 18th episode. We are going to be talking about a lot of fun things today. Our topics are very, very wide range. Also, this is the first episode that we upload on a Wednesday. If you guys aren't following us on Instagram, we did announce we're no longer doing the Mondays and Thursdays, but we're going to be uploading once a week, every Wednesday. So if you're not subscribed, turn on your notifications so that you guys are notified of every episode.
But yeah, you guys, if you guys are interested in anything having to do with books, Kindles, Amazon Prime Day,
Anthony Bourdain, Dr. Fauci being a liar,
Dr. Fauci lying, you liar,
kids not getting their diploma because I didn't know that you couldn't wear a flag to school.
Because Karens of the world are out here trying to stop us from shining. Yeah, this is gonna be an episode for you. if any of that goes in your ranges of interest. Yeah, this is gonna be your podcast. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let's get straight into it. Wednesday pod. Let's go.
Bow.
You have in mind today? What has been going through your mind? What did you look at in the news or in pop culture that's been on your radar?
Babe, first of all, let's just address the fact that we're in June. We're halfway. Yes. Yeah. There's so much that just happened in like the last couple of days. Mm-hmm. First of all, we're in person. Hey.
I know. Oh yeah, she's actually here visiting me. So
I'm in Houston. Awesome. I'm in Houston. I've been here for the past couple of days. I'll be here for another few days and then I'll be back home. But so much happened this past weekend that we just need to talk about.
Yes. Like
For example.
I'm letting you go first. So you can.
Well, personally, I got to see your friends, which was really, really fun on Friday. Love that for us.
You know what's crazy? That so we all went out to Truck Yard. It's a bar here in Houston. Here in Houston. It's a bar / like food truck yards. They have food trucks there, so you can eat food too. So
it's a truck yard.
It's pretty cool. But we're in June, which is like almost like it was summer already, basically. So we're in summer already, and it's still not that hot here in Houston. I feel like
are you kidding me?
It's not as hot as it can be. Like there's a point in Houston heat where you literally just go outside and you start sweating like crazy, and I feel like we're not there yet. So I'm just kind of nervous. I'm like, when is this heat gonna hit? Because even at work,
that's what you were thinking about at Truck Yard.
No, that's what I'm thinking of right now.
Oh,
like it was an actual pretty good time. We had fun.
Okay.
And we weren't sweating like crazy. So that's why I was like, wait, we're already in June. We're in summer. Like, when is this heat wave gonna hit? Because it gets hot, and I feel like it's still not that hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my thought. Go on.
Great. So no, that was a really fun time. I think it's just because it's been raining here. It's funny. Okay, so I landed in Houston on Thursday. And I get here. Martin picks me up at the Bush Airport. Is that what it's called?
Bush Intercontinental.
Yes, the Intercontinental. And it's raining like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Puddles everywhere. And I told Martin, I was like, this might have been the first time in my entire traveling experience that I did not look at the weather app and plan my outfits accordingly. I came here and I did not bring a jacket. I was under the impression you guys were like full blown summer.
Yeah.
Brought a sun hat, sundresses, everything under the sun, literally. And it was raining for the first couple of days. And I was like, oh my God. And then of course, I think that's why the weather hasn't been so hot, because it's been
been like cooling it off, the rain?
I think the rain was cooling it off, but
maybe, yeah.
No.
It's a good theory.
Yeah. Elephant in the room. Logan Paul fight. Mayweather.
Yes, this happened this Sunday. It was crazy.
Thoughts on the end result. Like, did you think, if you guys didn't watch the fight on Sunday, it was in It was Miami. It was in Miami, Showtime event. Mm-hmm. Let's just talk about, before we get to Logan Paul, there was talk about those. We are going to talk about them because it was hilarious. Yeah. There was 3 other fights before the main fight. One, yeah. Yes. Tell me your thoughts on what those fights were. What was your expectance? What was your expectation and what the reality was?
Well, I mean, the first fight was going to be 2 football players. We kind of watched like the end of it because we were having the hardest time.
Oh my God, yes.
We were having the hardest time trying to put those fights up on the TV. I don't know for what reason, but like I was trying to mirror my phone. It didn't work. I used the dongle to connect the HDMI to the TV. That didn't work.
Apple TV.
I tried the Apple TV. That didn't work. And AirPlay, everything. Nothing was working. So we ended up, luckily for us, my TV downstairs has like internet, so you can actually like go to the whole page and log in and then watch the fights there. But we couldn't maximize the screen because it would like go out of service. So
it was just so
it was super annoying. It took me like a whole hour trying to get that thing to come up, but in the end we got it. And the first fight was Ch.18 versus some other guy, and it was all right. I mean, like I said, we caught the very end of it, so we didn't really like watch the whole fight. But then the 2 fights afterward, they were the second fight, sorry. It was very, what do you call it? It was very messy because the arena was in a stadium that has no roof, but the ring itself did have like a mini little roof.
Like a little tarp
thing on top of it. And then it started to rain. And the ring wasn't getting that wet, but then the wind started blowing, and it started blowing some like sprinkles of water onto the ring, and the fighters were kind of like slipping. One of the fighters was super tired. He didn't want to have nothing to do with the fight anymore, and he was like sleeping just for no reason. And then you add water to that. He kept throwing himself on the ground every time he could. The other guy got frustrated and started throwing like low blow punches, and it was just like a whole shit show. Like it was so weird. Almost every round they stopped the fight because of water, because of a low blow.
Yes.
Like it was so many stoppage.
I was looking at you every other second like, is this legal? Is this how boxing matches go? I honestly don't know the technicalities of just like the rules and stuff. And I was like, okay, that doesn't look right. Like, why does it keep taking all these breaks because he, air quotes, is hurt or he's like, oh, but it's slippery. He kept, of course the water was, I was just like, wow, like for it to be a Showtime event, you would think that they would have, prepared for
a rainy day or something.
I guess Showtime also didn't look at the weather app that weekend.
I guess not, because it also looked kind of messy and unprofessional because what?
Oh, just pull it a little bit and then center it. There you go.
And then I also felt a little... It also looked a little scammy. Not scammy, but unprofessional because they kept throwing towels on the ring. And then the referee was cleaning the water. And you were like, dude, shouldn't you be like refereeing and not worrying about the droplets of water on? Like, it was just a lot. It was too much. It looked unprofessional. It was professional, and they were professional fighters, but the whole thing just didn't look professional. It was not a pleasant experience.
Yeah, and what was supposed to be a 30-minute fight turned into like a 45-minute.
It turned out to be super long just because of all the stoppages, having to wipe the water down.
Yeah.
Too much.
It was
too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third fight of the match
kept raining.
Kept raining. Yeah. And then this guy, for some reason, like didn't want to fight. He kept hugging and hugging and hugging to the point where the referee started taking points off.
Period.
And it wasn't hugging like the actual Logan Paul fight. It was there's 2 different types of hugging. There's hugging where you're holding the fighter's like arms, where you're not letting him punch you, and you're just holding his arms. And then there's this thing called the clinch, where you kind of like rest your body on top of the other fighter in order for him to get tired and having to carry your weight and trying to like push you off. Usually the bigger guy tries to do that to wear off his opponent, but this wasn't that. This guy was like,
he was just being super sloppy with
he would hold his arm like really tight, and the referee was like, stop holding him like that, you can't do that. and then he will push him down and try to get on top of his head, and it was just a lot of nonsense. And he got like 3 points taken off, and then he got hit with like a body shot, and he fell to the floor, and then the other guy hit him again when he was on the floor, and it was just those two fights were really unprofessional.
They were very unprofessional, and I really was I was kind of like, man, like if this is how the first 3 are, I really hope that that's not what goes on for the main event, which is the Logan Paul versus, Mayweather. And I mean, surprisingly enough, I didn't think it was a sloppy fight. I didn't think it was like unprofessional. I think the Logan Paul versus Mayweather fight was, I think it lived up to my expectations. I wasn't like blown away. I did not think that was the best boxing match. I'm not talking about like skills and stuff, but I was just like, I was entertained the entire time. Yeah, I wasn't looking around like, what the F? Like, you know,
there was no distractions aside of the main event.
There was no distractions. It was, you know, your eyes were locked to the fight.
Yeah, that's good. That's the good thing about it. Yeah, so then Mayweather came out. I mean, Logan came out first. And he came out to the Greatest Showman song.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I don't know it, but I know it's a popular song. And also he came out with a Pokemon card as on a necklace. So a lot of people. Yes,
on his chain. Yeah. How much did you say that? Was it a Charizard?
Yeah, it was a Charizard. It's one of those rare Pokemon cards. There's only 3 of them in the world.
No way.
Yeah, there's
only 3 of these cards.
Yes, and that one's valued at like $250,000. But since now it's one of the only ones. Yeah, one of the 3, and it's been in the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight. So now
it's now worth more.
More, yeah, because it has like, you know.
Yeah, it has the blood, sweat, and tears. Just
yeah,
kidding.
From Logan.
And then who comes out after Logan, babe? The Migos.
Migos comes out. Offset.
Mama. Wait, do that again.
Mama.
I was like, no. I was hoping. So I was expecting Mayweather to come out next, per usual. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, ladies and gentlemen, and now Migos. And I was like, what? Like,
he said it's gonna be 3 versus 1.
All right, Migos are gonna get in the fight too.
Yeah.
No way.
And then Floyd comes out after the Migos, and he came out with a singer. I don't know who that singer was.
He's a rapper.
He's a rapper. Yeah, he was rapping. He was lip singing, and like whenever it started, it was kind of awkward because the music came on first, and he was already singing, and he didn't have the mic up.
No, he was delayed.
Yeah, he was super delayed.
Yeah,
so it was funny. But I mean, what did you expect? Like everybody does that. You're not gonna be singing like right off the bat. So I mean, I don't count it bad towards them. But yeah, then the fight started, and a lot of people thought Floyd was gonna knock out Logan. What were your thoughts on the fight, babe? Like, what were you looking at? What did you have questions about? What were you thinking?
I don't think I had any questions.
No?
Just because, like, no, not that fight. It was kind of just like, well, the rules were presented before the fight even started. Mm-hmm. There was no judges.
No judges, yeah.
And there was there wasn't going to be a winner unless there was a clear knockout. But even then, it was an exhibition fight, which
it wasn't gonna count towards anybody's record.
Yes.
So Logan will stay 0 wins, 1 loss, and Floyd will stay 50-0 no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were mad because Logan kept hugging him, supposedly. But this is Logan's second professional fight.
Mm-hmm.
He's fighting the Floyd Mayweather, the GOAT, one of the best defensive fighters of all time. And I think he fought the fight he was supposed to fight. He was supposed to stay on the outside because he cannot get close to Floyd. So he has to use his long arms to punch whatever punch he can get from the outside. And if Floyd tries to get in close, jump on him, because you do not want to fight Floyd inside, because he has much shorter hands, he has faster speed, and that ends up being a bad fight for Logan. Mm-hmm. He'll get hit, punched all over his body if he stays in close. So I think he fought the way he was supposed to be fought. He was supposed to punch from the outside, whatever he could get from there, even if it wasn't much. And then if he got in close, hug him, because there was literally no point on trying to fight him inside unless he wanted to get knocked out.
Yeah, and
which I don't think he wanted to do. I think he wanted just to survive and call it a win for himself.
which he does. And I did notice though Logan's arms were a little bit lower than I usually see boxers, because usually they're like covering their face, and a lot of times I found myself saying like, why isn't he covering his face? Like, why isn't he protected? But I also don't know if that has to do something with his height, because he's taller.
His height and reach. So if he keeps his hands low, he's kind of like baiting Floyd to get in, like, and try to like throw a punch from the outside and potentially hit him. But Logan, with just like moving backwards, he would like get away from Floyd's punch so far away, like it wouldn't even be close, and he could just counter him with a hook or something and probably clean him. But as you could see, Floyd is this is not his first fight. He knew exactly what Logan was doing with his arms down. Not one time did he throw a punch from the outside. Because he knew Logan. I mean, any boxer, he knew that if you have your arms down and you're the much taller fighter and the much rangier fighter, you're hoping for him to try to throw a punch from the outside, so his face could get in a little close and you can just catch him with a right hook and straight to the chin and put him out. But like I said, Floyd's one of the best fighters ever. He did not fall for that. He didn't.
Yeah, for
sure. He didn't get baited in. The only thing he was doing was covering up, getting in as close as possible as he could, and then do like a jumping right hook and try to nail him. He did nail him a bunch of times, but nothing significant. I saw some post of Logan's post-fight face, and it
wasn't bad.
No, he didn't have that many.
He had a couple bruises, but nothing
like crazy. One on the right eye, but that was about it. Nothing like that you would say like, oh my god, he got his ass beat or anything. But
I
think it was worth the $50. It was entertaining. Got to hang out with my girlfriend.
Yes.
And my friends came over. Ale, shout out Ale, Christian.
Yeah, so much fun. It was funny because he was also, your friend Christian was watching the
Mexico versus USA champions game. Yeah.
Yeah. So right after the fight ended, we turned on the
soccer game.
The soccer game, and man, I feel like that was way more
entertaining. Yeah, it was crazy. Freaking Mexico lost.
I know.
There was fights. Not fights. There was a streaker that ran onto the field.
All within like the last 10 minutes. There was so much happening. The last 10 minutes of that soccer match was more entertaining than.
It's because guys, whenever we tuned into the soccer game, they were at extra times, which is like because when that game could not end in a tie, so somebody had to win. So they went to extra time, which was like overtime basically, and they give I think it's like 10 more minutes each. No, 15 more minutes. Two halves of 15 minutes, and in the second one, Mexico made a what is it called, a foul? So Mexico made a foul within the goalie's range, so that called for a penalty. So a penalty means just one player from the opposite team gets to kick it into your goal, and it's basically a goal. So the USA gets the penalty, they kick it in, and they go up on Mexico 1 on OT. So Mexico's losing.
Dude.
And then literally 5 minutes later, the United States does the same thing. Mexico kicks the ball, someone touches it with their hands, which is illegal to do in soccer, and they get a penalty. So then Mexico gets the ball to kick into the goalies, and the guy misses. And we were like, no.
It was like the worst case scenario in like the last 3 minutes. And
but it was really entertaining. All of that action-packedness happened within the last.
It was crazy. It was so much fun. Yeah. It was like it was like midnight, and we're like, we all have to go to work.
Yeah, we all have to go to work tomorrow. Like, what the hell are we doing? But so that was Sunday. That was fun. That
was Sunday. Also, there's a new Apple event that just came out today.
Oh, really? What happened?
Oh, I thought you knew.
I didn't. I
really? Yeah. I was hoping you'd chime in there, but I do have a couple of things that.
New products?
New products. Oh. I think. New Mac iOS. Is that what it's called?
Oh, really? A new one? Mm-hmm. What's it called? Do you know?
Monterrey.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey.
I bet it's gonna have that big mountain.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They always do the landscapes and everything.
Yeah. One of the big takeaways, if you didn't watch it like me, was FaceTime will now be available like a Zoom link. So now you're able to invite your Android friends to join into your FaceTime call.
You can invite those peasants now. No, I'm kidding.
Babe.
We just lost half of our listeners. I'm kidding. We can't afford that. Come back. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. So, yeah, FaceTime is going to look and sound better. So usually when you're if you call a couple, multiple people on a FaceTime call, the person who is speaking, that little window, your window gets a little bit bigger because you're the one who's speaking. But now it's just all going to be standard.
That's cool. Are you going to update your phone?
Probably not, babe. You know me.
That's crazy.
Notifications are going to look a little bit cleaner. Yes.
Cleaner? Oh, okay.
They're going to be more like grouped together rather than getting like 1, 2, 3 different messages. It's just all going to group.
Oh, so it's mostly like a software update?
Yes.
That's cool.
It's going to be a software update. Yes. And then I think another cool thing you can do is iPhone is now going to allow your iPhone, if with a new update, will allow you to copy text from pictures you take. So let's say you're in your classroom or whatever, or you're on the street and you see something that you want to research later. You can take a picture, and then within the picture you can copy the text and paste it to your notepad, messages, whatever.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow.
I thought that was pretty neat. So like, for example, even like if you're taking a picture of your book and you want to copy that text, I know you read a lot, that'd come in handy, I think.
That sounds cool.
And then
that's a lot of innovation.
There's so much, like so much. I thought I saw a new ¿cómo se llama? A laptop?
Oh, iMac? Well, I have the like a MacBook Pro, or
I thought I did,
or the MacBook Air. Which one? Because I think they have those two, the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro.
Shoot, maybe not, but so these updates aren't available yet, but they are coming pretty soon. Those are just a couple of the ones that I remember, and I thought they were really interesting.
I always look forward to new updates. I know a lot of people hate them. Everybody hates updating, but I'm one of the few that loves to get the new updates.
Babe, I just updated my phone last week from, like the new emojis a lot of people got, like the bubble tea. Yes. I just got that last week because I haven't updated my phone.
Too late.
Well, look, I just don't believe in you guys. I don't have my phone to automatically update. I just can't.
Well, me either. I do it like by myself.
No, I know, but a lot of people do just so that they don't have to go through the hassle of doing it. Yeah. I go out of my way to say, please don't do it. Because they'll try to trick me sometimes. I'm unlocking my phone and it says, do you want to get the new update at 5 a.m.? And I'm like, no.
Why not?
I don't want to wake up and have a brand new phone.
Oh, I always think it's so fun having a new update.
No. I've always been like that, though, to be honest, since my iPhone 5 days.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah. I rather just enjoy it. I just don't see nothing wrong with what I have going on now. And if I keep adding more stuff, I understand from I don't know, from, the user experience. Okay. It's obviously, why wouldn't you want the latest features?
Yeah.
But because they're just so often, they happen so often, I feel like that it's just can we just not? Why so many changes? I sound like a boomer right now. I should probably
yeah.
But anyway, the Apple event happened on Monday. Also, new Bachelorette. I know I mentioned that last week. New Bachelorette started. New season of Bachelorette started this week as well. During the recording of this podcast, I still haven't watched it, so I have nothing to report. But I am stoked. You
know what else I found that was pretty cool too, like content wise? Just today, actually, at work, I was like, nobody had uploaded today, so I was like, okay, that's kind of whack. So I went to go look for something, and I found this not Guardians of the Galaxy, sorry. Rocket Raccoon and Star-Lord.
What is that?
So Rocket Raccoon is the Guardians of the Galaxy, the raccoon-looking thing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Star-Lord is Chris Pratt.
Oh, God, people are going to hate me.
So they're, it's not a podcast. It's like a little, mini audio film, if that makes sense. So I was like, what the heck is this? And it's like a story that they're telling in podcast form.
Okay.
But with, sound effects.
Okay.
Like whatever. They're like telling a story. So I was like, whoa, this is pretty.
It's like an animated
cool.
podcast.
Yeah. And it was pretty. You're listening to the podcast, but you're a robot, and they find you, and they're like, come here, come with us. And then you're just like,
so now you feel like you're a part of the story.
Yeah, like you're following along. I thought it was pretty like, dude, Disney doesn't play, bro. They
never miss.
Yeah, I bet you somebody in their board was like, okay, what are we gonna do about this podcast crap? Everybody has a podcast, and I'm pretty sure they were like, well, we can't have a normal ass podcast. We gotta flex this $32 billion we got, so let's go ahead and overdo it. And I was like, oh my god, like it was so good. Yeah. So if anybody wants to check that out, it's pretty awesome. You will not be disappointed.
That sounds very interesting, and I can totally see it, just like your heart just melting and into that. It's podcast. Just
so cool, like just the audio, like how they.
It's everything. It's like visual effects, but for your ears.
Yeah, so I thought it was awesome. And then another thing that I saw that kind of pissed me off.
Oh God! Way to.
Well, I was watching TikTok, and
here we go.
And I came across this TikTok where this kid just graduated high school, and he drapes his Mexican flag over himself.
Over his graduation
gown. Yeah, over his robe.
Gown, you were right.
Yeah, gown. And he walks to the stage, and the principal kind of stops him and makes him like she's telling him, take off your flag, and then I'll give you your diploma. And he's like trying to untie it, but it's too tight. He's holding up the line, and the principal is like, go ahead, just walk, hurry up. Yeah. And he walks, and he gets his like diploma holder, not his actual diploma. And then after the graduation ends, there's another TikTok where the family, they're all like, just give him the diploma. And then she's like, I cannot do that. He violated the code of the dressing conduct and stuff or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is so annoying. Like, why? Like, who gives how is your dress code gonna prevent you from getting your diploma? You literally worked 12 years, and they're not gonna give you your diploma because your dress code? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, okay, we get it. Like, what does that lady want? Give him detention one last time, and then I'll give you your diploma? Like, it's so stupid. And I was like, this is so annoying. And I was like, I'm gonna check this school out. Like, I went over and above. I was like, Asheboro High School. I'm calling them out right now. Fuck you.
You guys, just for context, I'm laughing not at the situation, because obviously, like, this shit sucks. Like, I can go on, but I'm laughing at how raged you are, because it's not often when I see you just go off about things. I think it's the funniest thing. But go on. Yeah, so you went full Karen on their social media.
I went to their social media, Asheboro High School, and everybody's commenting on all their photos, racist ass school, give him his diploma, Mexican flag. Y'all are all a bunch of fucking haters, Karens in school, all this, like. And I was like, yeah, me too, screw it, I'll freaking put in there I just put racist ass school, like, just straight up. North Carolina. Oh yeah. My God, annoying.
Oh, was it North Carolina? Yeah, it was North Carolina. So I did watch that video, and but I saw that second video of the family confronting. Mm-hmm. I saw that one first before watching the kid walk, and I felt so bad because he was so proud walking, and he kind of like stopped walking because I'm pretty sure she confronted him about it, and just he looked like he just kept walking, but like just in a disappointed way. And I was like, no way that they did that, because there was another girl in that video that was walking up to get her diploma, but she decorated her cap with a Mexican flag. Yeah, it's like, at what point? I think it's such a great way to express your, not just like your nationality, but it's like your culture and something that you're so proud of. And I just always found it so silly that administration takes graduation so seriously when it comes to dress code, when it comes to like children. I feel like when you're a senior, you're still kind of like a kid. Kids just being so excited to celebrate something in the only way that they know how. And what's so bad about celebrating your culture? Yeah, well, absolutely nothing.
I saw that TikTok about, I want to say like 4 days ago, and then today I came across it again, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna check my update, see what happened. The school turned off all their social media accounts. They outed the principal. They showed her address and everything. No. She's getting death threats. They're asking her to resign. She still just today, she gave him his diploma. Just today, it's all over the news in North Carolina. There was a whole press conference today outside the school before they went in there to ask for the diploma. The mom from the
parents held the press conference, or who did?
Yeah, the parent. Basically like the whole community, because the whole community riled with them.
Oh, they were like protesting outside. The
there was. If you go to his TikTok, you'll see that they were doing protests. They were outside saying free his diploma.
What?
Yeah, it was so much.
Sorry, that's funny.
They were just going off. And then today they held a press conference outside the school.
They did not say free my diploma.
I promise. Why would I make that up?
Poor Diploma's just sitting in her office, just chilling, and she's like, "I'm not giving it to you."
Yeah, and then today they had the press conference, and then they had the mom go up there and give a little speech, and she was speaking Spanish, and she had a translator next to her, and she was saying like, "We appreciate all the support that we've gotten from all social medias. Like, please don't use violence. Like, don't threaten the school or the principal and this and that." And she was saying like how the school even like they got emails saying that if you don't give him his diploma, we're gonna go in there and shoot it up.
Oh no!
Like, they were going off. Yeah, they were going crazy,
off the rails.
Yeah, they were going like off the rails. So they have like FBI investigating already a couple of stuff. If you just give him his fucking diploma, none of this would have happened.
Okay, but look, I also don't condone violence, and
nobody condones it,
but also like people basically they raided her, they exposed her address. Like, to me, that's too much. But I just feel like people should, anybody, I don't care how old you are, if you're a millennial, Gen Z or a boomer, like, you should know that everybody's gonna have their phones out and everyone's recording. Please be a good person. Don't try to prove a point at a graduation ceremony just so that you can say, we told you so, and now look where you're at.
And she's also on day 4. And you already got all these stuff, all these death threats, everybody calling for your resignation, and your prideness still can't allow you to give the damn kid his freaking diploma.
Okay, well, don't damn the kid. The kid.
Sorry, not a damn kid, but
But I just feel like even whenever I was in high school, I always remember like administration will do anything just so that they can show their authority. Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of times too, like I remember hearing when you told me that story, I was like, yeah, like actually in high school, they'd be like, they'll hold your graduation diploma like over your head. Like, do you want this? Well, don't do this. And it's like, we did not just work. I took AP classes. I took IB classes. I took my SATs. And you're going to hold that over my head. Like, well, if you want this, go ahead and follow the rules. And it's like, you can't do that. You cannot do that.
Well, anyways, Asher Barrow has a whole nation descending upon them as we speak, and they brought it upon themselves.
Period.
Then that's what they get. So, I mean, obviously, hopefully, no violence happens.
No, that's
but
very
they do
scary.
deserve to be called out and be put on a national stage and shamed in front of everybody for not being inclusive.
Thank you. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that for you. I want to talk about Amazon Prime Day. Now, look, hear me out, you guys. I know a lot of people hate Bezos. A part of me does too.
He got some deals, though.
He got some pretty good fucking deals.
He got some deals, though.
And I don't know who else. You know what? Matter, I know a lot of people. There's some people that are just like cold turkey will not support Amazon. I get that. Do you, boo? I love that for you, honestly. But I know there's also some people that are like, F Bezos, but I still got a Prime account. Like, I'm not going to sit here.
Yeah, fuck you, Bezos. I'm ready for the new movie to come out, though.
Yes, and that's very much how I am. So I'm going to talk about it. Look.
Okay, hit me.
I try not to buy too much. But anyway, Amazon...
Or are you going to give us some Prime deals?
I'm not going to give you some Prime deals because I haven't really looked into it, but I was going to announce that Prime Day is June 21st and 22nd.
Oh, so it's coming up, people.
So it's coming up, you guys. And I know a lot of people make a big deal out of it, so much so that there's going to be a Prime Day show. Ask me what a Prime Day show is, babe.
Is it a carnival? Is it a... what is it called whenever people march down the streets?
Parade?
A parade. No?
So, I think they're going to have like an online concert with Billie Eilish, her, and your favorite. It starts with the K, second word C.
K-pop. No.
Kid Cudi.
Oh, Kid Cudi? That's cool.
So
they're gonna be flinging Alexis out into the virtual space.
Yeah. So that's gonna drop like a few days before, so it's all just promo to hype up Prime Day. To be honest though, have you ever truly found a good deal on Prime Day that you're like, oh, I'm gonna sit there and wait 12 hours until?
Oh, no, not like that.
No? Okay.
I got the stuff that's like, I remember my very first camera backpack. I got it from Amazon. That thing was super nice. I carried it for around maybe a year, and it went from $80 to $25. So that was a really good deal. And it was obviously an Amazon Basics kind of thing. So it was Amazon made. My Alexa, I got it for $10, which is normally I think 30 or 25.
I hate your Alexa.
Yeah, she wakes me up. So, and then also, what else did I get? Oh, I was gonna get the Kindle from on Prime Day, but I found a good deal on Facebook Marketplace. So.
Oh yeah, you just got a Kindle.
Yeah, so I took advantage of that.
You guys, I'm glad I'm here visiting you, but man, Martin stays. If he could, he will read 24/7, and I'm just like, hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
I'm here.
You got time for me? Can I have a crumb of your time?
I told you I would read to you. No, I'm kidding.
I don't want to read. I want to talk to you about nothing. But
so this is what happened, guys. Like I always I love going to the bookstore and buying books. See, that's where the thing lies. Like a book. For some reason, I thought whenever I started reading, I was like, books should be around $8 to $13. Well, no, books are $18 to $23.
I love how you said books should be this because I think that's
what I would pay for paper.
Because I think that's the value of books these days.
Yeah, so I go to Barnes and Noble and I'm like, fuck, that's kind of expensive, like 18,
you
25.
said this shit's ranking up.
And then especially if they're like really like cool, like because I saw these new Star Wars adaptation books. Mm-hmm. Those are like $27, $31.
They are nice.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm like, crap. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to Half Price Books. So I went there, and that's where I started getting my first couple of books. Those were $7 to $13, what I was looking at. But then you get to this point where you're like, okay, this book is cool. Like I'm gonna check out I like this author. I'm gonna check out what other books he has. And then I look for those books, and they're not at half price books because those books are just
new releases.
New releases, brand new. So I'm like, crap. Okay, well, I guess I'll go to Barnes and Noble and buy 2 books and probably spend like $45. And I was like,
that's
a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna get this Kindle. I want to get a Kindle just so I can have Kindle Unlimited, which is $10 a month, and you get whatever book you want for free, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm doing research on YouTube. I'm like, which Kindle is the best one? What Kindle should you get? And this and that. And then I've come across this YouTube video that says, get every book you ever wanted for free.
Okay, before you say anything, is this legal?
It is not. No, I don't know if it's legal or not. I mean, it's out there on the web, you know. You think it'll come for me? I haven't done anything,
ma'am.
Well, how about this, like, guys?
Judge,
like, I saw this video that said get any book you want for free, and I did not do that. I have not been getting every book I've wanted for free on my Kindle. That's highly illegal, and I would never do that.
You would never do that because it's legal.
Yeah. So
this is just an example of something you would do.
I would love to do, but I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, like I've been seeing a lot of books on those websites, and I'm like, dang, I wish I could download it for free, and I haven't done that. But it's like I've just been enjoying my Kindle with the books that I paid for.
You paid for with
my money, yes. And then I was like, okay, so guys, if you ever see a photo of a Kindle, they look like iPads. But then I went to meet up with this lady to buy mine, and I'm like, this thing is tinier than my phone.
Yeah,
that like, what looks, is
I'm gonna tell you what that looks like. That looks like. Do you remember those early Samsung white tablets that everybody had before?
Oh iPads? Yeah, the little ones.
That's what yours looks like.
Yeah, so it's not that big, you guys. It's pretty small actually, and
But it's nice, right?
Well, hold on. I started reading. I started using it, and the way that it's lit up, it's to the point where it doesn't hurt your eyes like a phone would or an iPad would, which is crazy, because instead of the light coming out of the Kindle towards your face, the lights are pointed inwards to light up just the screen and not throw any light out at you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's amazing, and it reads pretty fine. And I've always had that little problem with like my book where I'm trying to hold it and like the page like wants to close on me, and I'm like pushing it back, and I'm trying to read, and I'm folding the book this way and I'm folding the book that way, and it's just too much. And then I started using my Kindle, and I could just like tab, and like it's just so much easier. Doesn't strain my eyes. It's small. It's not heavy like the book. I don't look ridiculous walking around.
Okay, we'll buy it. We'll buy it.
Yes. Okay. Well, anyways, there's gonna be some good deals on Amazon Prime Day if anybody wants to get a Kindle.
Do you have an affiliate link? Is Bezos paying you?
I don't have an affiliate link, but I believe they're gonna go from.
Question.
Yes.
Is Kindle a product of Amazon?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's why. Oh, so maybe they will have good deals. Babe, why didn't you wait? You bought it on
because this one is the $160 version.
Oh, so you got a pretty good deal.
And I got a pretty good deal. I got it for $80.
Nice.
The one that's the $120 version, that one's gonna go down to $70. So if you guys want to get you don't even need. So I got the big one just because it was a good deal, but you don't need that much. Like I've got like 20 books in there. They're all pretty huge books, and I've used like 0.1 gigabyte. So
when you said big one, you meant like big and like
large storage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that thing is small.
It's tiny. There is a bigger Kindle.
Okay.
But that one's gonna run you like $300, and that one is iPad size.
Gotcha.
Which would be cool, but I mean, I don't need to pay $300 for that. I'm good with this.
Right. Well, you guys, Prime Day, June 21st and 22nd. Mark it down. Put it on your calendar. Slap it on your calendar if you would, and let us know if you get a Kindle. And I'm sure Martin would love to give you book recommendations.
Book recommendations, video recommendations.
Mm-hmm. Everything recommendations. Speaking of recommendations.
Yes.
Queen Snow Allegra. She's one of my favorite artists. I just want to talk about it. She is coming out with a new album. I know you're not. I'm not sure if you.
Queen Snow Allegra?
Okay. I called her Queen, but her name is Snow
Allegra.
If you guys are into like R&B, like chill R&B music, look up Snow Allegra, Thank Me Later. That's it. That's it. She's coming out with an album next month. I'm so excited.
It's cool.
Her last album was just like, I'm telling you, you cannot stop listening to it. Like you'll fully listen to it because every song is a bop. But Snow Allegra, you guys, and do you remember Anthony Bourdain? Oh yeah, the chef, right? Yeah, he was like so honestly, I've watched a couple of his like
the
shows or whatever.
Shows,
yeah. They're gonna make a film about him.
Oh, that's cool.
It's called Roadrunner. And it'll come out July 16th, but I know a lot of people are very, very fond of Anthony Bourdain. I mean, he had the hearts of so many people, and unfortunately he passed away not too long ago. Yeah, I just wanted to say that because I know my sisters really love him.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, my sisters used to watch his shows. He actually went to Lyon to like explore the culinary there, Lyon, France.
And he was on Joe Rogan like 4 times.
Wow. He looked like such a joy, like such a calm person. But I didn't know that was the reason. I just knew he had passed away and everybody was like super sad about it. But
yeah, that's crazy how you can't tell what people are feeling inside.
For real. And then, you got anything else, babe?
Yeah, I just wanted to speak a little bit about those. I read up a little bit on Anthony Fauci's emails that got leaked.
Oh, wait. Uh-huh.
So Anthony Fauci is the doctor that's been leading the whole coronavirus stuff or whatever, CDC, everything. And it's just like, it gets me thinking, like, what are we doing with all this lying, like, for what? You know, like, I mean.
So what did you read? What?
So I read a little bit of the mask email that he sent over to one of his friends, because one of his friends had emailed him saying, like, should I just, he specifically says, will the mask that you get at your general store help with the coronavirus? Like, and then he replies saying, no, those masks will not help. Like, they're not, they can barely hold in a sneeze and a cough, so those are not gonna help with stopping the COVID-19 or whatever. Spread. Yeah, and that email, if you track it to when he sent that out, he had already said that everybody needs to be wearing a mask, that we need those are going to stop the spread and all this stuff. And then he's over here saying to his friends that, no, you don't really need it. So which one is it?
Okay, what was the date stamp on that?
I don't have it I don't have it on me, but
ballpark.
I mean, right when the coronavirus was starting,
so like
whenever
March 2020.
Yeah. So whenever that was starting, and then people denying. So they were saying, a lot of people were saying that this virus might have come from a lab, and people were like, no, it did not come from a lab. It came from an animal. It jumped species or whatever. And then you have Dr. Anthony Fauci saying that, yeah, there's no way this is from a lab, and this and that, right? Well, in his email, the scientist that broke down the virus says this looks very man-made. This does not look like it hopped over from an animal. This looks very
strategically
made. Yeah, you know.
To target.
And again, he comes onto the news and lies about it. Coming to find out, Dr. Anthony Fauci does a lot of it's called data gain research, which means like he works on with a lab that makes viruses and injects them. He gets normal viruses and injects them to become even deadlier. And Obama had found out about this kind of research that they were doing, and he put a halt to it, saying we can't be doing that because that's so dangerous. If anything leaks out like that,
right,
and kills half of the world, like that's gonna be on us. So he put a stop to it. Whenever Donald Trump comes into office, since Donald Trump was too busy showboating, doing all that other crazy stuff, Dr. Anthony Fauci snuck in a bill saying like we need to start funding this again, and he turned that thing back on. He turned turned on the like research into viruses and messing with them and all that stuff. So you can clearly see that Dr. Anthony Fauci is like capping for his people, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no. Like it's an animal. An animal did this. We didn't do this, because he doesn't want to be the one that says, "Oh yeah, it was man-made," and that's what I do.
Are you kidding me? He'll go to jail.
Yes,
He'd be
exactly.
under investigation, just like Trump is.
So like, just like all of this lying and dividing us as a country.
So, who was it that leaked his emails? Wasn't it the Washington Post or who?
The Washington Post.
Where can people go and find these emails if they were?
You could just go to Google and type in Dr. Anthony Fauci's emails. It's everywhere. They just make copies and spread them out everywhere. Everybody has a New York Times has one. LA Times has them.
Anytime that happens, have you ever watched Mean Girls?
Mm-mm.
There's a scene in Mean Girls when the biggest mean girl of the high school goes around and like drops all like a stack full of like papers with like just rumors about everybody, and just starts throwing them in the hallways. And
oh wow,
that's what I think about anytime any emails are leaked. Like, you know, just
that's
politicians.
how it be.
I'm just saying, like, this whole COVID fiasco has been that.
It just gives me thinking, like, who can we trust?
Baby, you can trust me, okay? Everything's gonna be alright.
Baby, don't worry.
Be
bad
happy. Thing. But yeah, you guys, you know, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, okay?
Mm-hmm. Hope we hit all bases.
I hope we we hit one topic you like, and if we didn't, whoops. But one more thing.
What's up?
I forgot to say, Remember Vanessa Guillen? We briefly talked about her in our Remembering Remembering 2020 episode. If you guys are new here, it was like our second or third episode. So the ABC is doing a 2020 episode for
a 2020, like investigation, a little bit or something.
They're gonna have, 2020 is like the
60-minute, like a 60-minute kind of documentary, a little bit. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. June 11th.
That's gonna be interesting.
June 11th, which is next Friday. This Friday, I think it's
June 11th is Friday. Yes.
Yeah. Stay tuned, you guys. This is the first time that her family and
she's gonna speak out.
Her family and friends and her, I don't know what the soldiers that were with her first speak out and are interviewed on national TV. Just exactly a year later after she was found dead. So I think it's very important to talk about, just because a lot of times, like, we riot, we protest over these unjust deaths, and it goes on for a few months and then we forget about it. I think it's important to bring that up because it's something that it hits very close to home to me, having a sister who was in the military and then being Latina, and just like all of those things are very, very close to my heart. So I'll be watching it if anybody wants to watch it. It's this Friday.
Be on CBS.
ABC. Thank you very much. ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think I need some ice cream.
All right, you guys, we're gonna get out of here.
We're gonna get some ice cream.
We're gonna go get some ice cream. Use cream ice cream. And I hope you guys follow us with our weekly uploads. Make sure to subscribe, share the podcast, put it on your story.
Show us some love. Look, if you're a real one, if you're listening right now, show us that you're a real one. Don't hide us like the Sancho, okay? Just show us on your Instagram. Let people know who we are. If you really like this episode, let people know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Listening.
And we'll catch you guys.
/listening.
And we'll catch you guys in the next.
Okay, bye. Bye.